Hello, everyone. Welcome to our English learning podcast for beginners. Today, we have a true story from ancient Greece about courage and teamwork. Have you ever wondered what it means to be brave or to trust your leader in a difficult situation? Listen closely and let us know your thoughts in the comments.
Hi, listeners. I'm excited to share this story with you. We'll also learn some new English words together. Whenever you hear a new word, we'll pause and explain it. So, are you ready to travel back in time to meet the Spartans? Let's get started.
Long ago in Greece, a small group of brave men stood with their chief, facing a huge military force. They were at a great disadvantage. Now let's explain that word disadvantage means it's harder for you to win or succeed. For example, if you forget your umbrella, you are at a disadvantage when it rains.
That's right. The Spartans had only 300 men, but the Persian military had hundreds of thousands. Military means the army or armed forces of a country. Imagine being at such a disadvantage, facing so many enemies.
Exactly. The Spartans' chief knew they needed a smart plan. Speaking of chief, a chief is the leader of a group. The chief is like the captain of a team who tells everyone what to do.
Thanks for explaining. The chief told his men, "We must fight." Even though they were outnumbered, the Spartans were very brave. To be brave means to face danger without fear.
The Spartans knew they would lose unless they could secure a small entrance. Unless means if not. For example, unless you study, you might not pass your test. Now, secure means to get or protect something after working hard.
That's right. The entrance is a place where you go in. Imagine a door or a gate that's an entrance. The Spartans wanted to secure the entrance so the enemy couldn't get through easily.
Great explanation. So, they intended to stop the enemy there. To intend means to plan to do something. For example, I intend to finish my homework tonight.
Exactly. Their plan was simple but smart. The Spartans trusted their chief and obeyed him. To trust is to believe someone, and obey means to do what someone says.
Soon, the enemy's army, with long lines, twisted around the hills. To twist means to turn or wrap around. For example, you twist a cap off a bottle. The Spartans prepared for battle is a big fight during a war.
That's right. The enemy soldiers shot arrows from their bows. Let's pause for a moment. An arrow is a thin, straight stick that you shoot with a bow. A bow is a curved piece of wood with string to shoot arrows.
Absolutely! The chief told his men to lift their shields when the arrows came. Shields helped protect them from the enemy's weapons. Weapon is something used to hurt or fight someone.
Exactly. The arrows stuck into the shields but didn't hurt the men. The Spartans' skills and weapons were better than the enemy's, and their leader even met the enemy with laughter. Laughter is the sound you make when you laugh at something funny.
Next, the enemy tried to attack with long spears, but the Spartans surprised them by rolling logs down the hill. A log is a big piece of wood from a tree. Imagine using a heavy log to block the enemy.
That's a good picture in your mind. The Spartans hardly slept during the 3 days of fighting. Hardly means almost not at all. For example, if you hardly sleep, you are very tired.
Even so, the Spartans remained steady. When you are steady, you stay calm and under control, even when things are difficult. It's like keeping your hands steady when you write or draw.
Exactly. The Spartans' trust in their chief helped them stay steady and obey his orders. This teamwork and bravery made their story famous.
But the enemy finally found a way to beat the Spartans. In the end, the chief and all his men were killed. The enemy is the group you're fighting against. For example, in a soccer match, the other team is your enemy.
Yes. Even though the Spartans lost the battle, their courage became legendary. A battle is more than just a fight, it's a test of strength and spirit. The Battle of Thermopylae is still remembered today.
Let's think about this. Even with a disadvantage, the Spartans' bravery and teamwork inspired people for centuries. In life, sometimes we face big challenges, but being steady and trusting others can help us.
I agree. This story reminds us that sometimes how we fight is more important than winning. It's about character and courage.
Now, let's review the new words we learned today. First, arrow, a thin stick shot from a bow. Example, the arrow hit the target.
Next, battle, a fight between armies. Example, the battle was long and hard. Bow, a weapon to shoot arrows. Example, he used a bow and arrow.
Brave, not afraid of danger. Example, the brave boy saved the cat. Chief, the leader. Example, the chief told us what to do.
Disadvantage, a harder position to win. Example, she had a disadvantage in the race. Enemy, the group you fight. Example, the enemy attacked at night.
Entrance, a place to enter. Example, the entrance was blocked. Hardly, almost not at all. Example, I hardly ate breakfast. Intend, plan to do. Example, I intend to read tonight.
Laughter, the sound of laughing. Example, there was laughter in the room. Log, a big piece of wood. Example, he sat on a log. Military, the army. Example, she joined the military.
Obey, to do what someone says. Example, the dog obeys its owner. Secure, to get after work. Example, he secured a job. Steady, under control. Example, keep your hands steady.
Trust, to believe in someone. Example, I trust my teacher. Twist, to turn or wrap. Example, she twisted her hair. Unless, if not. Example, unless you hurry, you'll be late. Weapon, something used to fight. Example, the sword is an old weapon.
Let's connect this story to our lives today. Sometimes we also feel like we are at a disadvantage, maybe in school or at work. What can we learn from the Spartans about being brave or steady in hard times?
That's a great question. Even if things seem impossible, we can trust ourselves and our friends, obey good advice, and remain steady. Just like the Spartans, we can work together and not give up easily.
Exactly. Facing problems with courage and teamwork can help us overcome many challenges. Now, here's a question for our listeners. Have you ever been in a situation where you had to be brave or trust someone? What did you learn from it?
We'd love to hear your stories. Please share a time when you needed to show bravery, trust someone, or work as a team. How did it make you feel? Write your answer in the comments or tell your friends in English.
That's right. Practicing your English by sharing real experiences is a great way to learn. Don't be shy. Every answer helps you get better.
Thank you for joining us today. Remember, learning English is a journey. Every new word you learn is a step forward. Keep practicing and don't worry about making mistakes.
Before we go, here's a quick tip. Try to use today's new words in your daily life. For example, talk about a battle you saw in a movie or a time you had to be steady. The more you use English, the better you'll become.
We hope you enjoyed the story and the vocabulary lesson. Stay enthusiastic and curious. See you next time.
Goodbye, everyone. Keep smiling, keep learning, and remember you are brave like a Spartan for learning a new language.